Broadcasting, bringing you the Sabbath Day Racing Series, brought to you by the Mason-Dixon Racing Series in the ISSL. Uh, this is a weekly event that's been going on for a few weeks now here on Intensity Broadcasting, brought by Ian Martin. And last few weeks, especially this track alone, have been phenomenal. We've seen a lot of 3 and 4 car ride racing, a lot of excitement, a lot of passing, and hopefully we're going to see the same tonight. We've got a nice 10-car field for you tonight going after the purse. The top 3 positions will be paid out. Drivers are just finishing up their qualifying now. At the moment, it looks like we have Darren Cole leading the way, followed by Michael White, Cody Amon, Austin Flanagan, Ron Morris, Bill Walken, and Jonathan Mitchum. So tonight, we're going to be racing at Michigan. I believe it's going to be 25 laps for the purse. And if you guys haven't seen these guys race before, they put on one heck of a show. So it looks like everybody's just finishing up their qualifying. Qualifying's going to be ending now in about 30 seconds or so. And this is a fixed street stock league. This was a league. Right now they're not running for points. They're just running for purse. Normally I'd be joined tonight by my good friend Joseph Wright. Unfortunately, he was feeling ill tonight, so I'll be running this one by myself. But hopefully you guys enjoy the show just as much as I am, because honestly, I am really excited to see these cars at this track again. So let's take a look at the lineup, shall we? Starting on pole, we're going to have Darren Cole, followed by Michael White in the 09. That's going to be Cody Amon in the 4 car, followed by Austin Flanagan. Ron Morris, who always finds his way up to the front here, and Bill Watkins. Jonathan Mitchum rounding out 7th. And then we had a few that did not qualify, so they're going to be rounding out the rest of the grid. We have Ian Martin, who's going to be rolling out at the end of the field. And Ian's always got a fast car here. Ian's always one I keep my eye on. He'll definitely be there at the end. Same with Ron Morris and Jonathan Mitchum. Those are 3 guys that are always at the front at the end of these races. A few new names for me tonight. Darren Cole, Austin Flanagan's been with us before. Basically, Darren Cole's pretty much the new guy here for me. But yeah. So these guys are just going to finish gridding. It will be underway for 25 laps here at Michigan. This is the old Michigan, so this isn't the repaved Michigan. This is the old surface Michigan, so a lot of tire wear. Even though it's only 25 laps, tires are going to be a premium here. If we do get a yellow flag, I imagine people will come in and get tires because it will make a difference for sure. As the field is now rolling for their pace lap. And Michigan's a tough track. It's a fun track. You got a lot of options you can run at this track. You can run right down on the bottom. You can run up against the wall. You can be 4 or 5 wide through the corner and hold it. The high side's going to have the momentum for sure, but you can definitely keep a run down on the bottom and keep it wound up, or keep it down there and get a good run off the corner as well. End up side by side, trying to set up that nice pass down the long stretches here. With these cars, drafting will be in play as well. You will see a lot of drafting, a lot of pushing, a lot of side drafting, a lot of side-by-side racing in general. So here comes the field into turn 4, which is going to be their only pace lap today. And Darren Coe will be the one who chooses when to start. They don't have to start on green. Leader chooses when to go. That's a little unique thing we have here on iRacing. There is really no flagman to tell you when you can start. You can go when you want. So here they come off of turn 4 onto the front stretch, getting ready to take the green flag. And the green is in the air. It looks like Darren gets a pretty good jump here. Looks like he's going to clear Michael White here coming down to the first turn. See if he shoots up to the top there. Try to get a little push going in the corner. 3 wide in the back of the pack, though. A little bit of movement out of the 06 of Wyatt Martin there. Looks like he's a little loose at the moment. As they get clean through 1 and 2 for the first lap. Still a lot of side-by-side towards the middle of the pack here, but Darren Cole leading him down the backstretch. Here comes, looks like the 67. Sorry, that's the 87 of Cody Amon as he now takes the lead. Getting a big old push here by Austin Flanagan. Now it looks like Austin's going to see if he can take a peek down to the inside on the apron. Apron's in play. There is no out of bounds here at Michigan as he's going to give a big old bump draft to Cody. As they go into the corner, he's going to just get off his bumper. Doesn't want to push him through the corner. You never want to push into the corner. It looks like Jonathan Mitchum's fallen off a little bit and lost the draft. I don't know if anything happened to him. Maybe he got a little loose. He always likes to run a little bit looser of a setup here. But great side-by-side battle of the lead here for Cody and Darren. Well, it looks like Austin Flanagan's going to give Cody a big old push coming off of turn 4, push him out to the lead here. You see him down on that apron, want to protect that inside line. You've got the 06 of Wyatt Martin giving a big old push up there to Darren Cole. And Ron Morris taking a sneak down to the inside. See if he can find something. It looks like Austin Flanagan's going to take the lead here. Coming off the corner. So here comes Wyatt Martin making it 3 wide for the lead. And he's going to take it. Wyatt Martin to the point. As Austin Flanagan gets a good run here. Now he's on the bottom. Oh, he gets the apron, pushes up just a little bit. And they're 3 wide for 5th place. And you're going to see that a lot tonight. A lot of 3 and 4 wide racing for sure. Wyatt Martin crosses the stripe there in first place. 3 wide for the lead as they go into turn 1. You've got Darren Cole and Cody Amon out there on the outside, teaming up, trying to team up on the field here. They're painted similar. I wonder if they're teammates. I believe they probably are. So they barrel down the backstretch, 3 wide. Oh, a little bit of contact too from the 09. Turns Darren Cole around. And that's going to bring out the yellow flag. See if we can take a look at that again. Looks like he just pushed up a little bit into the corner. And caught the back of the 00 car. So as the field catches up to the pace car here. Lots of exciting in the first 5 laps of this race. Like I said, I knew there was going to be a lot of 3 wide racing. And these guys up at the front try to get everything they can. Again, these guys do not run resets. There are no resets in this race, so if you get damage in the race, your night will pretty much be done unless you can get it repaired in a timely fashion and get back out onto the track. It doesn't look like we have any takers for pit road here. Oh, we do have one coming on the pit lane. believe that'd be Darren Cole. After spinning, wants to make sure that there's no damage and get some new rubber on that. You're already at the back of the field, why not? Even though it's only 5 laps. Again, this is an older surface. It's going to eat the tires up pretty well. And any advantage that you can try to get, you might as well. So surprising to me, Ian Martin has only moved up to 7th place. Ian's usually the car to beat in these races. He could be just kind of laying back and taking his time, wanting to be there at the end, especially with a couple of drivers who he may or may not have raced with in a while. Same thing with Jonathan Mitchum. I know he fell back off the pack. Looks like he lost the draft a little bit. But it's been some great racing up front between Wyatt Martin, Cody Amon, Austin Flanagan, and unfortunately Darren Cole went for that slide there going through 3 and 4. So it looks like the lights on the pace car are out, which means we will be going back racing next time by. Again, you're watching the Sabbath Day Racing Series, brought to you by the Mason-Dixon Racing Series in the ISSL. That's the iRacing Super Stock League. Those two leagues came together, created this Sunday night fun racing series. It started off as a short 4-week season. Now it's just going to be a money race on Sunday nights for the time being until they can get a large field of drivers together again. But fun group of guys. Definitely race hard. Definitely race clean. It's what you expect out of a group of drivers that are racing for a purse. So as the field comes off of 4, pace car will be peeling off here. And Wyatt Martin's going to lead him to the flag here. Looks like they're already bumping and jockeying, trying to figure out when he's going to go. And green's in the air, and Wyatt gets a great jump off the start here. I know the guys in the back there were jockeying for position there. But 3 wide at the back of the field. And that's just going to let these top 3 cars just drive away. You see Jonathan Mitchum and Darren Cole back there really using that high side, trying to get back up to the front. Ian Martin taking a look here under Michael White. Michael's the one who had a little issues there on that last yellow, but as we got to move for second here as Austin Flanagan gets a good run here, gets underneath Cody Amon. It looks like he's going to go right for the lead here as he gets underneath Wyatt Martin as well. Let's see if he can clear him coming off the corner here. But Wyatt might, it looks like he's going to have that run off the high side to get that good run off the corner. And Wyatt's going to keep the lead as they go into turn 3. And look who's coming up into the mix. We got Ian Martin moved up to 5th place. Michael White moving back up to 3rd as he's making a move under Wyatt right now. And Michael White's like, no, I'm just going to go for the lead here because he's got a big run as he's down the apron. 3 wide for the lead. As Ian gives Wyatt Martin a big shove down the backstretch, front stretch, excuse me, as they go into turn 1. Still 3 wide for the lead. Here's Ron Morris moving up in the 4th place here with a good draft here off of Wyatt Martin. Sorry, off of Michael White. As he's going to give Michael a big push here. And they're 3 wide still. Oh, Michael pushes up the track, gets into the side of Austin Flanagan, who holds on to it. And he's going to take the lead from Wyatt Martin. And Ron Morris is going to go all the way down to the grass. Oh, he's in the grass, slides up the track. Is he going to hold on to it? He does. But that's going to let Wyatt Martin get back up to the front, with Ian Martin giving him a big shove as they go into turn 1. Michael White still holding strong there on the bottom. As Austin Flanagan's coming back up the middle here. Try to give Ian a big push. It looks like the 06 of Wyatt Martin's having a little internet difficulty. He's starting to blink a little bit. It's a connection issue on his end. Looks like he's just going to drop out and let everybody race it out without him bothering them. But here comes Ian Martin to the lead. It looks like Michael White's going to challenge him as they get in the corner. You got Jonathan Mitchum giving a big shove there as they get into the corner. And look who's back up near the front. You got Darren Cole giving a big push there to Cody Amon up on the high side. And another challenge for the lead as Austin Flanagan gets a big old run. Gets down to the bottom. Will he clear Ian? Now it looks like Ian's going to come back on the outside. And that's also going to allow Michael White to get a big run. Now he looks to the middle trying to make it 3 wide. Man, these top 8 cars you could throw a blanket over. And it looks like Wyatt Martin has pulled off the track. It looks like he had some issues. And oh! The 67 of Austin Flanagan, it's turned. But he's safely off the track and out of harm's way, so the racing continues. As Michael White assumes the lead from Ian Martin. Oh, he's going to slide up, but Ian's got the run off the corner. As they're side by side coming to the stripe. As we're just past halfway here. And here comes Darren Cole and Cody Amon on the outside again. As there's 3 wide for the lead. With Cody Amon with the only one with help out there on the high side. And being way up on that high side, they can keep the engine wound up and definitely get the run off the corner. But Ian Martin's going to challenge. He's going to do a little side drafting. And it looks like Michael White's going to tuck in behind him. See if he can give him a little push here. They're side by side. You can really see those 2 cars on the outside really pushed, hooked up. Trying to get that tandem draft that you used to see back in the Cup days. But here comes Michael White back to the bottom. Trying to make something happen. But don't count out Ron Morris and Mitchum here. They're slowly creeping back up here. And also you got the 337 of Bill Watkins just hanging on to the back there too. Which he could be playing it safe if, something happens. These guys crash. And they can't get back out there. Now the only people looking for a yellow right now would be Wyatt Martin and Austin Flanagan. As they're real tight here. And Cody Amon takes the lead away from Ian Martin. Ian's going to give him a big shove down here for the front stretch. He thought about making it 3 wide, but it's like he's just going to stay tight there. And there's Jonathan Mitchum on the outside giving a big old push to Darren Cole. You got Michael White back in the mix right there on the bottom holding that yellow line. He really likes that bottom line. He's making that work. A lot of times it's a lot flatter down there, so you really can't get a good run off the bottom, but Michael White just seems to get a good run off the bottom as he's giving a big shove to Ian Martin now as they come down the backstretch into turn 3. Looked like they were going to be 3 wide for a second, but back to 2 wide as Ian Martin's got a big run on the inside of Darren Cole. And we have just less than just 10 laps to go now. As they rocket into turn 1. And these guys don't lift. This is just like running a super speedway for these guys. They don't lift. A lot of drafting, a lot of big runs, a lot of blocking. See what these guys can do. As Ian Martin's got the run here. To the inside of Cody Amon. He's going to take it right down to the white line. And Jonathan Mitchum coming here with a big run. Ian's going to slide job right up in front of Cody. But here comes Jonathan Mitchum to the bottom. These guys are wall to grass right now. Jonathan Mitchum's going to take the lead from everybody as they go into turn number 1. And Ian's kind of sucker hold right now. He's stuck in the middle with no friends. As they're 4 wide through 1 and 2. That's going to allow Ian to get a run here. Oh, we got a spin here. As the 09, it's going to bring out the yellow. The 09 of Michael White got tagged from behind. See if we can see exactly what happened with that. From the blimp here as they're 4 wide coming off the corner. Looks like it's a little bit of racing deal. 2 cars going for the same piece of real estate. And that's going to bring out the yellow. It's one of those situations where the car just slides up a little bit and the guy on the inside is just trying to hold his line. And when you're 4 wide, there's not a lot you can do. As the field catches up to the pace car here. We'll go through the rundown real quick. So right now we've got Ian Martin leading it with Jonathan Mitchum in second and Ron Morris in third. Bill Watkins in fourth. Darren Cole, after spinning earlier, moved up to fifth. And Cody Amon in sixth. Wyatt's back on the track now after having some connection issues with his internet. He's in seventh. Michael White and Austin Flanagan rolling out. There's a couple guys here who are going to pit and take tires. Which probably isn't a bad idea. Again, you're going to have about 4 laps to go. Those fresher tires could make a big difference. So it looks like 6th through 9th here going to come in, take some tires. Might fuel up. Probably not. And see if they can make a run here to the end. See who's going to make the win the race off pit road here. Looks like it's going to be Austin Flanagan, followed by Wyatt Martin. It looks like Darren and Cody here have some repairs they want to make. They're going to be the last ones to roll off here. But up at the front, we have Ian Martin. And again, you're watching the Sabbath Day Racing League, brought to you by the Mason-Dixon Racing Series in the ISSL. If you're interested in running with these guys, get a hold of Ian Martin. You can find him on the forums, and he can help you figure out where it is. Ian's now, nope, he's faking it. I thought Ian was going to come in and take tires now that he saw that everybody else had taken tires. But a little bit of gamesmanship there. See if he can drag somebody else down there with him. As the lights are off on the pace car, and looks like Ian's going to choose to restart on the outside. These guys have the option, the leader has the option of choosing the inside or the outside lane here. So looks like Ian feels a little more comfortable up on that high side. So it looks like that's where he's going to restart from here. Now the big question is, are those tires going to make a big difference? As when we take the green, we're going to have 4 laps to go. Also, how much damage do some of these guys towards the back have? Guys who are fast, like Michael White, Darren Cole, Cody Amon, having that little bit of damage is going to slow them down. The tire's going to help them out. We'll know in about 4 laps. As the pace car leads the field through turns 3 and 4. It's going to make that hard left-hand turn here. And the green is out. He gets a big jump. Again, the leader can choose when to go. So he gets a massive jump here on Jonathan Mitchum. And the rest of the field is pretty much single file as they all get wound up to speed. Can Mitchum get a run here? Looks like he's going to look to the inside. Doesn't have the room to do it, so he's going to fall back in behind Ian. See if we can get that draft and get that slingshot as they come down the backstretch. Pretty much single file. These two cars have a pretty significant lead. About a half a second lead off the rest of the pack, as Ron Morris is starting to get a sniff of their draft. As they come back to the stripe, it's going to be 3 laps to go. Looks like Austin Flanagan, it looked like he was going to make a move to the inside. But Ron Morris was there to throw the block as the rest of the field's now caught up to the leaders here. And here comes Ron Morris with a big run, challenging Ian Martin for the lead. He's down on the bottom. Getting a little help there from Austin Flanagan. They come rocking down the backstretch. And moving back up there, Darren Cole is back in the mix as well, as he's now right behind Austin Flanagan. And the 337 of Bill Watkins. So we have a 6-car breakaway right here at the front. A little bit of contact between Cole and the 337 of Watkins, as they're going to go 3 wide real tight here at the stripe. We got 2 to go. And they're trying to be 3 wide for the lead as well. Ron Morris assumes the lead with Austin Flanagan in tow. And he's going to be right down there on the bottom. He's going to slide up. And Mitchum gets really, really loose. Pushes all the way up to the wall. I don't know if he had some contact or if he just had an issue. Ron Morris, a big push here. And Darren Cole with a big push on Ian Martin. They come through a corner. He takes a look to the outside. Darren Cole does. Well, it looks like he's going to tuck back in as the white flag is in the hand of the starter. We have 1 lap to go. We have 3 wide for 5th place back here. Oh, we got a little 1-2 through the grass. Oh. But we're going to stay green because this is the final lap. And it happened behind the leaders. And Ian gets a big push there from Darren Cole. It gets him a little loose, but he hangs on to it. But that's going to allow Ron Morris to get a big run here as they go into turn 3. Oh, Ron gets a bump, and now he's all the way down on the apron. They're sliding. Oh, another bump to Ian Martin, who's still holding on to it. As they come off of turn 3, here comes Austin Flanagan to the bottom. They're 4 wide. 4 wide for the win. It's going to be Austin Flanagan with the win and a big wreck after. Wow. We got to take a look at that again. Four wide across the stripe. And there's your winner. Austin Flanagan by about a foot and a half. Wow. That was incredible. Ian Martin finishing second. Ron Morris rounding out the top 3. Darren Cole fourth. Jonathan Mitchum in fifth. Michael White sixth. Bill Walken in seventh. Cody Armand in eighth. And rounding out the end of the field would be Wyatt Martin in ninth. But incredible finish. 4 wide at the end. What else can you say? That is absolutely amazing. I know we don't have Austin Flanagan to interview at the end here, but I'm going to pull Ian Martin in and see how he felt the race went. Ian, Josh up in the booth. How you doing tonight? Ian, this is Josh in the booth. You got me?
Hello?
Hello, you got me? I heard you say hello. Well, it sounds like Ian's having some technical difficulties here, uh, trying to get an interview with him. I'm going to stick around for just a couple more minutes, see if he can get that sorted out and hang out for an interview real quick. But man, what a finish. 4 wide at the end. I knew it was going to be exciting. I didn't know it was going to be that exciting. But it looks like Ian is still having some technical difficulties on his end. So I'm going to wrap it up here and say thanks for coming out. Incredible racing here in the Sabbath Day Racing Series, brought to you by the Mason-Dixon Racing Series in the ISSL. Uh, Again, 4 wide for the win. Congratulations to Austin Flanagan with a great victory. Ron Morris for that top 3. Ian Martin up in second. And just great racing altogether. We will see you again. Oh, looks like Austin Flanagan has just come in. Let's see if we can get a quick interview with Austin. Austin, this is Josh up in the booth. You got me? Austin, this is Josh. Oh, hang on one second. I'm going to try this one more time. Austin, this is Josh up in the booth. You got me? Austin, this is Josh up in the booth. Do you got me? Ian, this is Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Sorry about that. I had some technical issues on my end. I thought it was on your end, but it was on mine. Man, great race tonight. Four wide finish at the end there. Uh, you finishing in second place, but great win by Austin Flanagan. Looked like you had your hands full at the end there with the push that Darren Cole was giving you, and you were able to hold on to it.
Yeah, I thought Darren was going to try to push me to the win and him get second there, and he was just pushing me real hard. I guess he was trying to get me up there, and he would hook onto my bumper and then get to my right rear, and it about turned me off of one and two, and then coming off the three and four, it about turned me. Don't know how I saved it both times, but I managed to still get second. Me and Ron Morris finished with a dead even tie, so it was a good race overall. Very exciting finish, and I hope it looked good on the broadcast.
Yeah, it was a great broadcast up here. A lot of three, four wide racing, and like I said, how can you beat a four wide finish?
You can't. That's why we love running in Michigan with these street stocks and it makes it action packed. It's anybody's race. You don't really have to have hardly any experience. You see rookies, D class drivers come out here, have a blast. They understand the concept that you run clean, you keep your car clean, you be there at the end, and you have a chance of bringing home some money.
Yeah, and I know earlier you were talking, you thought you were going to have a short field, but it looks like you had a almost a full field tonight. So great race all
Yep,
around.
yep. About 3 hours before the race started, we had hardly anybody signed up, and then we got about five guys sign up at about the same time tonight. So glad we came out with a 9 car field tonight. Um, Wish it could have went a little bit better. We did have, I think it was 2 cautions, but I mean, you can't complain with a 4 wide finish. 2 cautions ain't that bad for a track that's like Talladega.
Yeah, and the two cautions that we had was just plain racing deals. Wasn't anything more than people fighting hard for position. If
Yep, all the guys that raced tonight weren't newcomers. They all knew the way we ran, and I'm very pleased with the way that we finished tonight.
and if anybody else wants to get involved in this, how would they do so?
Just go to Facebook and look up the iRacing Superstock League. You can either message the page or you can apply to join the group and then comment on one of our posts. We try to post every time we are doing a race. We race on, sometimes we race on Mondays. We race every Friday, and we're racing every Sunday unless it's otherwise posted. And Fridays and Sundays are our money races, and then Mondays when we do them are the free to enter ones. And most of the time we do pay out there too. So definitely either message me on Facebook or you can just go apply to the league on iRacing Superstock League.
Awesome. And I see Austin up here in the waiting room. I'm going to see if I can get him in here for a quick interview. Austin, this is Josh up in the booth. You got me? Well, it looks like Austin might be away from his microphone at the moment. But yep, so that's going to round it up here on Intensity Broadcasting. Great four wide finish. Congratulations again to Austin Flanagan with the win. Ian Martin coming home second. Ron Morris rounding out the podium. And we will be here again for you next Sunday. And as Atman would say,